Hi everybody. I'm going to be making a little video, a YouTube advertisement video that is also a little bit of a informational about foraging for wild edible weeds. So let's begin. How do I flip the screen? This here is Star of Bethlehem. It's not an edible. Wait, let me start over. Yep, Star of Bethlehem right here. That one's a toxic, but it's beautiful. It's a type of lily, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna wait till this plane stops being so loud. This here, you can see a bunch of chickweed. You can see more of it growing over here and here. Usually it grows in expansive clumps where it's kind of condensed with each other. You can see the little flowers. It's edible. That one's edible. You can see the Star of Bethlehem starting to grow over here in this little bud. I'm gonna keep walking because I've seen more different stuff. You can't see the violet flowers here, but it's a heart-shaped leaf. And the flower is purple. You're gonna see it if you keep an eye out. I don't see any of the flowers right now. This here is a bug-eaten mile a minute. It's called mile a minute because it's a weed, and thus it has a reputation for growing very profusely and quickly. That there with the white is garlic mustard. You cannot eat it raw, but you can eat it cooked. It's a common misconception that you can't eat it raw. There's more of them growing right over there. And I know these birds. They're familiar with me because I'm here a lot waiting for the bus. And you can see those leaves of the garlic mustard that I just showed you. This is a mugwort. What time is it? Let me look. Okay, 10 more minutes before the bus comes. This is mugwort. You can eat it. The Koreans like it. They call it suk, which you would romanticize, meaning spell it in English letters without the Korean lettering, as S-S-U-K. Suk. You can you should cook it because otherwise it's very woodsy tasting. It has a strong woodsy flavor, and you can cook it with rice. You can cook it into mochi. Japanese people like to eat it as well as a mochi type, mochi flavoring. I'm gonna go, here are more violet leaves. You can see a bunch of them right here. They look very heartsy. I'm gonna walk into this area. Many people already know about the chives, but I'm just gonna point them out. I'm gonna walk over here. This looks like bindweed, honestly. These. Let me make sure that's not the bus. Nope, that's just the truck. This is bindweed looking, but it doesn't have a flower yet. It's called morning glory also. I'm gonna have to close this video soon. This is a mint relative. If you look at the stem, you can see it is square, and you can feel it cubed like too. It's in the mint family. It's called Creeping Charlie, also called Gill over the ground, which I like to use the name for instead of Creeping Charlie, just because my brother's name is Gill with one L. Look what you have here. In between all of the mugwort, we can see a milkweed, and there's another one over there and another one over there. That's where we're gonna end our little plant walk YouTube ad, and I would like to conclude by saying that I'm trying to buy a billboard. Oh wait, 1 second. 2 more little weeds I have to share because they're very profuse. This is plantain. It's edible. It's a little rough sometimes, but it's definitely an edible. It's a little bit fibrous, but I don't care. I think it's pretty delicious-ish for green. And this is yellow sorrel. You can tell it's yellow because of these flowers, but they don't always possess the flowers. This is a shamrock, in other words, and it's also called the four-leaf clover. You can see that it has 3 clumps of heart-shaped leaflets, as you can tell with this one right here. And this here is a little bit bendy, but that's what it looks like. And it's sometimes it looks like butterfly wings flapping because it's not all the way sticking out. Let's see what this is. I see this is called speedwell, I believe. Persian speedwell or English speedwell, depending on the species. I cannot tell them apart very perfectly, but that possesses seeds that are edible if you collect the seeds, and I think it's edible too, but I need to reference the internet. The internet's a great resource, guys. I see locust flowers on the floor of this grass. Locust flowers coming from up there. You can see that's a locust tree with its very tiny leaves. They're not large leaves, they're very tiny. It's in the bean family, legume. And you can eat the honey locust. And about the black locust, I'm still doing some investigation about that. I have a few minutes left. You can eat clover too. Look at the clover right here. This is a clover. The car's coming, probably not confused about what I'm doing. And you can eat the clover right here. And the flower. It has protein. Yeah. I'm gonna stand here and talk to the camera. Dandelions are edible. So are many of its lookalikes, so you don't really have to be scared of poisonous lookalikes so much for dandelions. But for carrot, there's a lookalike. There's a wild carrot and there's a lookalike of a carrot. I have 5 minutes before the bus arrives. And the beans of the locust, because it produces beans on that tree, may be edible no matter if it's a honey or black locust. And that right there is a black locust, I'm pretty sure. They may be edible, they may be edible like carobs or cocoa beans. That's a truck, not my bus. I'm gonna go now. Hasta luego. Wait, pokeweed. Pokeweed right over there. Pokeweed. But it doesn't have the berries on it, which are probably edible, but the seeds are not. That's why birds can eat them, because they just swallow the seeds whole. Back at the bus stop. Another day, another dollar, and another part to the video. I just wanted to share that I'm creating a billboard with the help of some funds and charity, crowdfunding and all that. And I'm working, so I'm going to be paying for it in part as well, probably in the largest part perhaps, but a little bit of crowdfunding will help bring this information to the center, front and center, quicker than it would if I was just working for it. And it's $4,000 for the minimum deal that they would enable a buyer to contract with them, a deal of. I wouldn't mind any donation to post up a billboard. It would say "Eat the Weeds," and it'll have a dandelion illustration, because dandelions are edible too. I think I already said that in the first parts of the video. And what's that? I don't know what that is. That looks like a gal, which is a house for insect babies inside of a plant, which is like a bump in the plant that the bug is able to create with certain enzymes that it squirts out of its butt. Not literally the anus, but whatever. I'm not really an entomologist, but I don't mind it a little bit, you know. So yeah, that's why I'm going to have my crowdfunder, I don't know which one I'm choosing yet, posted in a link. It's going to be a GoFundMe most likely, right now probably, or at the end of the video. So yeah, there's a lot more plants to be known about. You can Google them. There are lots of invasive plants, and there's a fair chance that any of the invasives are edible if you do a Google of X plant edible. And there's a dude who's very proliferate at researching these. His name is Green Dean, not his real name, but maybe it is, like, for all intents and purposes. And he has a website called eattheweeds.com. I could go on and on, but I'll let you find out the rest for yourself. I would like for you to share this video, please, on your social media. Probably Facebook is the best bet for sharing things. What is that? Look at that. Let me see if I can switch the screen. I can't really, but look at that. What is that? That looks like a Multiflora Rose. I didn't know it was blooming right now. Multiflora Rose. This is not a part of it. This is a Multiflora Rose. This is the rose flowers. It's a Multiflora Rose, not a red rose. You can eat the rose hips, but be careful not to eat the seeds. That part is not okay to eat. You can make tea out of it. That might be a good way to eat it, rather than just like picking out rose hips fruits. It's very high in vitamin C, so if you're low in that, you'll know you'll find a source of it like that. It's an invasive, this plant, the Multiflora Rose. See if there's anything else I want to say. Yeah, so share this, por favor. Yeah. I do like Spanish a lot. Colombia for the win. I'm not Colombian though, but whatever. Yeah, okay. Yeah, share this, share this, share this. Whatever. Bye.